Do you have any recommendations for parents on how to help their child cope with any stress or anxiety associated with coming into the hospital?
In advance, if you know what's going to happen, then you can prepare a child. Although there have been some families who will say, I know, little David so well, I don't think I'll tell him until we get here and then we'll talk to him because he just worries so. But if we know in advance what's going to happen and the parent can be aware of that, then the parent can teach the child what to expect that day. So it's not so scary and they don't have to be curious about it. And a little story I like to talk about is a little girl named Alyssa, who was 7 years old at the time, and we knew she had to have staples removed from her leg. Alyssa had come in one day for part of the dressing to be removed, and she had staples, but the staples were not ready to come out. She's just a little girl with cerebral palsy, very bright, and has great difficulty walking, and had some surgery, and the outcome was excellent, and the positioning of her leg was improved, but she had these staples that had to come out. And she saw them, and she got so scared. And she said, oh, we said, well, we're not taking them out today. We're taking them out next week. And then one of the other nurses and I tried to think of what we could do to make things a little bit better for Alyssa when she came in. So I had a stuffed bunny, and we put staples in the stuffed bunny's leg, just like Alyssa had, and we put a dressing around. And when Alyssa came in, we said, Alyssa, we're not going to do anything to you. You're going to take staples out of the bunny first, so you know exactly how it's going to be. Because it's a funny-looking thing, to have staples in your leg, and she was so scared. So we gave her the staple remover, and we guided her hand, and she very carefully took out the staples, and she was just so enthralled with it. And her mother was very supportive and was in agreement to what our plan was. And she took all the staples out, and I said, see, now this is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to take the staples out. And she was a little bit fearful, but she didn't cry, and her mother held her hand and supported her, and one of the other nurses talked her through it, and I took out those staples very quickly. And at the end of it, she looked at me and she said, Carol. I said, what? She said, that didn't even hurt. And so we thought, that's empowering a patient, giving a patient some control over what happens to her. And she did it, and we applauded, and we really, we felt we had made a difference that